Romans chapter 10, and the Apostle Paul explains the dispensation of grace to Jews in Romans 9, 10, and 11. Our God in the scriptures had a program with one nation, the nation of Israel. 53 books of your Bible explain that. Genesis through Acts are written to and about the nation of Israel in their time past. Now, in those books, there's some prophetic things looking toward this day future, the Antichrist, the tribulation period, the kingdom. But it was their future. When you read Genesis through Acts, you're reading about the nation of Israel and their future. And the only Gentiles God dealt with was how they related to Israel. The book of Jonah, for example. What's going on with Jonah? Jonah is a Hebrew, he's a Hebrew prophet. And God sent him to Nineveh because Nineveh is going to be one of the nation, those Gentile nations who were going to punish Israel for their sins. So God had to clean them up. And Jonah didn't like that. The reason Jonah didn't go to Nineveh, because God told him to go and preach to them a message so that so I can clean them up, as it were, and use them to destroy Israel. That's why Jonah didn't want to do it. He's like, no, God, I know if I give them your word, they'll believe, and then they're going to come. See, there was a reason that, the nation of Israel had a nice position before God, even in their rebellion. But one day they fell. And when they did fall, God sent his grace message through the Apostle Paul. So when you saw Paul, when we get there in the book of Acts in the second session, Paul is in the synagogues preaching to both Jew and Gentile proselytes, basically Gentiles who became Jews. And he's explaining what he's explaining in Romans 9, 10, 11. In Romans 9, Paul explains Israel's past, how they were God's chosen people, but today they aren't. Romans 10, they fell. And in Romans 11, what we're going to get into today, we're going to see that they will be again in the future.